Hello crochet friends, and welcome back to Yarn Over Hook. My name is Sammy, and for today's video I'm going to be working on this absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, amazing blanket. This is my doodad blanket by Hooked on Sunshine. I am so obsessed with this blanket and have been working on it all year, just on and off whenever I feel like grabbing it. It has been so much fun working on this blanket. The details in the mandala, just absolutely stunning. Ness from Hooked on Sunshine is just, oh my gosh, just a crochet artist. She has several patterns just like this one, very much in the mandala style or mosaic. It's just, you have to go look at the patterns because they're just, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. This blanket is worked in the round. You go from the center out, starting with this beautiful, just detailed centerpiece, and you work out from there, repeating a certain section over and over again. So I am in the middle of a second repeat, and I want to do a third repeat, and then I think I will be done with the blanket. Isn't this just gorgeous? The yarn I am using is Lion Brand Mandala. The yarn I'm using is Lion Brand Mandala Bonus Bundle in the color Meowth. This color, I'm obsessed with this colorway. This is actually my second cake. I just broke into it maybe 2 rows ago, so I don't know if I'm going to use very much of it, but we'll see. We'll see. So my blanket currently measures out to be about 30 inches wide. I want to do one more repeat once I'm done with this one, and the repeats measure about 4.5 inches. So I think I'll be able to get it to 40 inches, which I think will actually be a perfect size blanket. Ness gives you a bunch of different options at the end of this pattern for a border, so I'll have to go through there as well and see which border I want to do. I love this blanket so much. They're all so pretty, and I don't know how I'm going to decide. I have a few hours before hopping into the live stream for today, so I'm ready to crochet. Grab your project and your water, and let's get to it. I think what I enjoy most about this blanket are all of the new to me techniques that I have learned. I had never heard of a standing stitch before starting this blanket. Chaining over stitches to get to where I need my yarn to be, to get to where I need my first stitch to be. Hadn't even thought of that, never crossed my mind. What's awesome about this pattern is just, oh my gosh, how well written it is. Ness did an amazing job explaining the stitches with photos as well as short descriptions, and writing out each row along with a picture for start, middle, and finish so that you know what the stitch is supposed to look like as you're progressing in that round. She also goes into detail on where you're supposed to start. So I had never heard of a hidden stitch before this pattern as well. It's the stitch after a chain. You begin stitching and you're doing like a single crochet, a half double, double. And it's that little stitch right there that you almost can't tell if it's a chain or the top V of that first stitch that you did. That is the hidden stitch. That's what she refers to as the hidden stitch in here. And it can be easily crocheted over, especially because it's coming from a chain. But once you recognize it, then it's like, oh, so this could actually add a stitch to my round, or I could end up losing a stitch in my round if I don't actually crochet into the hidden stitch. If I do crochet into the hidden stitch and I'm not supposed to, it'll add a stitch to my round. It's just like, it's so interesting. It's so fascinating. And I love crochet. What I also really love about how this pattern is written is that you have a section where you just repeat and you repeat and you repeat until you get to the width that you want, the size of the blanket that you want. And she does the math for every round of that repeat up to, I think, 5 repeats. Thank you. Thank you so much, because I couldn't imagine having to do the math on my own for this. I mean, it's entirely possible. If I sat and did it, I would be able to figure it out. But oh my gosh, I am so grateful that I didn't have to. She also includes a printer-friendly version of this pattern and the pattern with all of the photos, like so many photos. It's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing, and I cannot express my gratitude enough. This blanket looked intimidating from when I first purchased it and when I was seeing like videos on it and people talking about it. But once I actually got into the pattern, I was like, oh, whoa, like she wrote this pattern to be so approachable. Once you learn some basic stitches and a bit of the more intermediate stitches, like the popcorn stitch or the cluster or the shell, once you learn those stitches, you could absolutely approach this blanket. I wouldn't call it beginner friendly, but I would say that it is definitely approachable. I think it's definitely approachable. I would say like upper beginner to intermediate. I'm also just blown away by the combination of these stitches. Like, it makes such a beautiful, beautiful pairing. And the detail is just, it's just so gorgeous. I never would have thought to add a front post popcorn stitch. Like, what is even a front post popcorn stitch? At first, when I approached this stitch, I was like, wait, you can do that? Of course you can do that. This is crochet. And I just think that's so awesome. Like, I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought of that. Like, not only do these stitches complement each other, but just the combination of stitches, how each row is dependent on the previous row in order to get the complete picture, is just so incredible. And I'm sure that that's normal with mandala pieces. I've just never done one before. This was my first one. And it just makes me fall in love with crochet all over again. Just all over again. I love it. I just love it. Have a quick water break. Cheers. Clink. All right, let's get back into it. So this row is very, very simple, but the first time I had to do it, I kept getting it wrong every single time. There's a special skip that I need to do, and it's very easy to miss. And so I kept missing it, and I kept missing it, and my count kept getting off, and it just like would not line up. And I was like ready to give up on this blanket. I was ready to stop, but obviously I did finally get it. I am very stubborn in that way and finally figured it out, but I was nervous when I was starting this row again just now because I was trying to remember like what was it that made it finally click? What was it that finally got me to the count that I needed? And I couldn't remember. But this first side, I was able to nail it the first time. So crossing my fingers that we keep that up for this because that can really set me back. It can really set me back. So fingers crossed. So aside from the shell stitches in this pattern, this cluster stitch round is probably one of my favorites. It looks so beautiful with this blanket and lines up perfectly with the rest of the pattern. I just love it so much. It's so simple, yet such a beautiful touch to this pattern. I love it. It's also just really, really fun to do. So I am so happy to be on this round. Okay, so I wasn't able to finish this repeat, but that is perfectly fine. And I'm so excited. I got 3 rows done. It's 3 more than this morning, so there's that. This brown color, this like mauve-y kind of pink brown, is so beautiful. I love it so much. I love this blanket so much. I really do. I would really love to work on this some more, but I have to prep for our live stream for today. I am so happy that I was able to take a couple of hours to work on this blanket. I really do love it. It is so much fun. I love that every row is different. Every stitch is different. And I just love it. I love it. Let's have one more drink. Cheers. I hope that you were able to make a lot of progress in your project as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ding the bell so that you know when we upload a new video. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye! So what is Yarn Over Hook? Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. Join for free today at yarnoverhook.com and show us what's got you hooked.